Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to DanomiteLife. Today, I want to go back on a subject that I go back a lot of, but I want to explain to some people what it is like living with keratoconus, because some people may not be aware of what it is, and I don't want to assume that they know what it is. So first thing first, how it feels and how it's described can really come within two different things. What it is really is a disease of the cornea that because of the cornea being misshapen, if you look at the topography, so meaning the actual terrain of the cornea, depending on how you're affected, certain zones may be more affected than others, but it kind of leaves some kind of ripple effect, meaning that light going through it comes out with that ripple effect. It's kind of like a kaleidoscope effect, but it really feels like everything is blurry. And when I'm saying blurry, I'm not saying like, when you're nearsighted or vice versa and you need glasses, and the glasses actually do correct this because the lens is acting, whether the thickness, the thinness, the shape of it or whatever is acting in a way to not only magnify, but help you to correct that sight issue that you have, something that can be corrected with LASIK surgery. It's the same cannot be said with keratoconus. Keratoconus is more something like you wear glasses and your vision is still spotty. I'll say that instead of saying the other word, shifty, if you want to say. Imagine walking down the street and it's, night. If you if you live in a part of the world that is like me, it is currently 6:59 and it looks like it's midnight outside. So imagine it's about 5, 6 o'clock, which happens here for like it's kind of like this for like 5 months, 4 months, 5 months. I don't know. You walk down the street and your vision is this blurry. Now you hear people talking, you try and turn around to see what they look like, and you see that. And then you're thinking, should I take this shortcut and go through that back alley? But then you see this. It doesn't really give you any confidence, right? So one of the consequences of that may be, I don't want to go outside anymore. Maybe I don't want to go outside at night. Maybe I don't want to go outside alone. Maybe I don't want to risk it without having any kind of visual aid or something that can help me navigate. Maybe these same issues duplicate and are replicated in social situation, but in many different forms. Is that someone I know over there? Is that person saying hi to, I don't even know if I really know that person. Should I just socially react and say, well, that can also give you a lot of anxiety when it comes to social situations. Going to a restaurant and the menu is behind the cash register, so basically a whole lot of fast food restaurants, not being able to see that menu. Have you realized they don't put out any pamphlets on the side or something like that? Like you can't take a menu and then you have to explain, I have keratoconus. What is keratoconus? It's a issue with your current. So, that can also become annoying to have to repeat that again and again. And also people will just tell you, why don't you just get glasses? So that's kind of what it is. It can affect your moral. It can affect your psyche. It can affect a lot of other areas of your life, like a lot of other diseases or things that people may be afflicted with. But, sometimes we don't think about that, but it's okay. There's ways to actually be able to deal with this. And I've made videos referring to this. We're going to link them. We're going to put them up in places after this video in the end note of this video, but it can affect you in many ways. And that's the reason why I really wanted to come down and talk about these things from different perspectives, different kind of like subjects, and be able to see this. Now, I was blessed enough to be able to have a corneal transplant. Because of the corneal transplant, I was able to get one little kind of like touch-up surgery that I needed, and that kind of helped a lot. Got glasses fitted after that, and I'm able to say happily that I'm enjoying a very, very good vision, and a whole lot of good things happened. Now, of course, nothing happened overnight. I had to work hard for a lot of different things, not only recovery, not only going through some of the discomfort, because I don't want to really say pain, I want to say discomfort of either it is surgeries or certain procedures like cross-linking, also discomfort of wearing hard contact lenses. You know what I'm talking about. If you've had them, You know what I'm talking about. Those who don't know, imagine having to put a hard contact lens, not one of those that you can, a hard contact lens right into your eye. And then when you're done with it at the end of your day, you're going to use a suction cup and you're going to it out, because that's the only way it's going to come out, buddy. Or some people, I've seen some people having some very more creative ways to actually be able to do it. A whole lot of people are able to just live with that, and that's all they need, and it works. So by all means, do try. But if you try it and it really feels like it's out of your comfort zone, I would not suggest paying for something. It's like a pair of shoes. And you buy them, and the guy there, he's there to sell you shoes. So whether you think that you're discomfortable, but it looks good, and he's like, yeah, it looks good, and you don't worry, you're going to be able to work them out a little bit. And I don't want to wear shoes that are going to hurt my feet for 2 months until I work them in. That's not good. That's not comfortable for me, especially when I already came to you because I had foot issues and I'm uncomfortable already. I'm already in pain. Understand where I'm going with this. If it just feels a little bit uncomfortable, they're like, you know what, I can get the hang of it, then it might be one of a good solution for you. They have the semi-rigids as well. Cross-linking is something that works for a whole lot of people. The transplant is also something that you can talk to a doctor. It doesn't have to be one specific. You can always get I encourage people, if ever they can, to get different opinions from people that sell different things. I'm just going to let you know that. Because if someone doesn't sell hard contact lenses, I think they're going to give you something else. They're going to tell you something else, right? They don't sell those. I'm going to tell you something. Someone that's all they have is going to tell you something else. Like, that's something we need to be frank about. You go with what you think long-term is going to work better for you. For me, I felt long-term was like, hey, listen, I can go through surgeries. I've done that before. And if you're telling me that this is what I'm going to have to deal with, which for me is putting eye drops once a day, and I can do that. The amount of incredible things that I can do because I'm able to see, and the way that I wake up in the morning, I wake up without my glasses. And when I take out my glasses, I'm back to exactly where everybody is, or where I used to be, whereas everything is still blurry. Like, that doesn't fix that. Lights are very intrusive. There's halos around them. I cannot open my eyes bigger than this. Like, I can try, but it doesn't feel comfortable because the light just hurts my eyes, and I'm taken back there. So when I wake up in the morning, before I think about reaching for my glasses, before I remember that I have those, there's a one moment of like, sometimes it can be like a little moment of panic, and then you put them on and you're like, yeah, I hope I'm done with this. Things I'm able to do now, and it's like almost like I feel like I'm limitless because I was doing things before and I was able to perform still. And I heard that sometimes you hear that sometimes people tell you, well, I have this and never stopped me from doing the things that I wanted to do. That wasn't true for me, because I do understand that not everyone has all these options available to them. But if you do have options available, please do take in these options. That's all I'm saying. Be happy, man. Live your life. Like, you have to. I was told a lot of things, and at one point I was just like, no, I'm not accepting anything else, but I can get you better. Until I found someone that told me, yes, I can take care of you, and I'll be the last doctor you'll ever need. And when she told me that, Dr. Robert, shout out. When she told me that, I was like, man, let's try this. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever I can. And being on the other side of it, if ever you feel like you can't get to the other side of it, I've been there. It took me a couple of years, but you'll get there eventually, and hopefully in less time than it took me. It's worth all this struggle, because the way that now you appreciate things, the way you look at certain things, no one sees the world the way that you see the world now. You have to understand you have a unique perspective. I spent like the last 5 years unable to be able to tell the difference between 720 and 1080 and 4K. I think I can say that honestly, that I wouldn't give it up for the world. So that's that. Yeah, I wouldn't give it up. Out there's a lot of people that goes through what you're going through, that understands what you or dealing with. And if they don't, all you need to do is come over here, leave a comment below. Let us know how you feel about this. What stage are you in? You know, I don't have all the answers, but the thing is that within the community, there's always answers. So find yourself the community. If you've seen this video, if you think that it can help someone, please share it with them. In the meanwhile, do take care of yourself because you're worth it.